We'd like to capture your mind right now. Take you a little bit higher.
Now for some coffee and a shave. Humans. Two. To be or not to be? Too early. Two households. Both alike in dignity. In fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge, break. From ancient grudge, break. To new mutiny. Well, civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows doth with their death bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage. The which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend. That's better.
Take it.
I'll have Bloody Mary, lots of celery, please.
You got it.
Thank you. To the voyage, oh marvelous traveler, what glorious stories we read in your eyes as deep as the seas. And how perfect. Transit lounge. Quintessential two birds turf. Where worlds overlap. Transit lounge were the first daisies, encrusted as they were into the fabric of Zone 5.
Orders that would move 70 to 80,000 more troops into position.
Began innocently enough. It was in a transit lounge. Much like this. Of course, they all are much the same. I had time on my hands, and I began to experiment. First, I sensed the flow of electrons, right down to the fingertips, in-gathered breath, all the way down to the capillaries, all the way into the neuroreceptors, Then I line those electrons up. It's like a pulse. I send it out, and I can change volume. Watch.
But the Pentagon's war plans go far beyond that. Still to come, officials say, is another order for an additional... The Pentagon is
the lights?
planning a three-front war, sending those 25 to 30,000 troops into Jordan to stay...
Don't worry. It's rare that anyone notices. I started adding simple tasks, extending my range, so to speak. And then with practice, I found I could even change channels.
That doesn't matter to the troops ready to invade Iraq from the south.
Deserving of no mercy.
I was in over my head. I don't admit.
It's as if the tech has risen up in response to my tentative sentient forays. Remote control straight from the brain. But that's just the beginning. Wait till you see what comes next.
We need to take care of this now, nip it in the bud before it gets any worse.
Looking at the screen, slowly, concentrating, lining up the electrons, and like a pulse, I send them out to the screen, shoot the gap, inside, outside. And in we go, straight in. Now watch closely, this is important. Moving and speaking through this electronic other. And with practice, I can change the background. First the color, then the entire composition. Then to create my own. Able now to play out whole scenes through this mysterious neuroelectronic link my mind's eye cast upon the screen, as if Shakespeare had seen, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown. The poet's pen, now become his screen, turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Using these very same tools, we can now begin to bridge the gap, to reverse the flow of electrons, starting inside with the neural net back out. So you see, the ability to create alternative realities, to tell one's own stories, are requisite skills for survival in what's coming down the pipeline for the 21st century.
Presidents want better relations with the world, not confrontation. And so does China.
They are not going to be easily persuaded by...
New call to war.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. No problem. Now watch this. I create a character, a shyster, a manager type, an agent. I give him a storyline, see? I play him like an instrument. I send him out there to act on my behalf, do the things that I can't or won't do. I send him out to a room full, conference room full, powerful media types, to pitch the perfect deal for two birds. We arranged to meet in their virtual offices, and at the appointed hour, I patched through a VidCon connection. Watch how he makes my case. Thank you very much. I'd like to begin by thanking you gentlemen for giving me the chance to speak to you today. I know your time is precious, and I will get straight to the point and be quite blunt with this presentation. As I'm sure you know well, traditional mainstream media is losing market share at approximately 7% annually. Now that's higher overseas. And it doesn't take an Einstein to do the math, gentlemen. That means in 15 years, you will be out of business. You'll be extinct. Rising production costs and the inability to compete with some of the new and less traditional forms of media currently coming online are left you stranded high and dry. That's why Two Birds Productions has come to make you a unique offer, a one-time offer. Two Birds Productions can crank out episodes 1 per week, 4 to 5 minutes of guaranteed content that hooks, holds, and delivers at what amounts to a drop in the bucket to your budgets. We're looking for sponsors. Two Birds is willing to offer you 5% of the net over the course of the next 5 years. Guaranteed. You cover promotion, travel expenses, and equipment. And gentlemen, our flexible and highly mobile format allows us to cut as close as possible to real-time events, if not on the button. And we can shift easily from educational programming to entertainment to documentary to breaking news. These are some of our episodes here. This is early stages of Two Birds Productions, all part of the episode series. I'll continue to run these as we speak. Our specialty is to use given locations and given sets, cut close to real time, send out mobile, small, and economical crews. We have one character, as we can see, driving deeper and deeper into the neotropical jungle, and yet another stranded out there in the drought of the South American Southwest. Okay, I'd like to move along to some later episodes. This is the kind of thing that Two Birds would be. Is this some kind of joke? Excuse me? Wasting our time. No, I don't think you've got that quite right. I think that Two Birds, I think that it's that the merger between Two Birds and yourselves is something that would be at a very low initial investment. You would be able to explore these new and emerging markets.
Not interested. He's putting us on.
Excuse me. No,
Who the hell signed
I'm
this
sorry.
thing up? Let him speak!
Oh my God, they're starting to argue amongst themselves. This is slipping away. I'm losing control. I've got to come up with a different approach. Birds Productions started off as a small, modest, but highly committed production company whose goals were perhaps, by today's standards, less profit-driven than
The hell's
was
going
wise.
on here?
Okay, listen. It's an American company. It's an American thing to do. I believe in the American dream, and I'm sure all you gentlemen believe in the American dream. My children believe, my wife believes, my entire company does believe in the American dream.
Said we're not
Two Birds
interested.
Productions
Somebody
wants to
shut this
participate in this American dream to get out and
Turn
compete in
that
the
damn
marketplace,
music
the general
off.
marketplace, bang for bang,
Can't.
buck for
He's
buck,
controlling
dollar
the
for dollar.
interface. What the hell?
Be out of business. Extinct.
Pull the
Extinct.
goddamn plug!
Like hell you will.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Just
like
as
hell
soon as
you
we
will.
can.
Without you, these episodes get made. Well, that was a shambles. Well, he still needs a lot of work, but the point is, this is the real deal. This guy is out there. These men are trained to recognize two things, a deal and a threat. Two Birds is potentially both. So you see, he's in there working for me. No, 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 no. Now he's out there working for me in here.
Thanks, Cheryl.
No, no, no. You are out there working on my behalf.
And Vic, a cheerful
We work together.
man called her
We work together. See what I mean?
Good evening, Lisa.
Good evening, Elizabeth.
Wait till you see what comes next. Look, I gotta go to the restroom. Is it alright if I leave my bag here?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
Thanks.